अभी आ रहा है आवाज?
Hello,
हेलो, हाँ राज,
can you hear me?
हाँ स्टार्ट, फिर से स्टार्ट करो फ्रॉम स्टार्टिंग.
Okay, it's done now.
इट्स डन. स्टार्ट.
अभी आ रहा है ना? Okay, चलो चलो. Okay, we start. Okay, thanks everybody for joining us for this special study in Germany webinar. Okay, I'm Dhananjay, CEO of Moksh, and we also have Miss Katya, who is an education counselor, very reputed in Germany, and she is here to guide you through what are the different options to study in Germany. She'll be there for the last 20 minutes to answer all your queries, questions, doubts, clear the exact roadmap, the pathway to study in Germany. Okay. So basically, how do we study free in Germany? You must have read it, on the Google. Everybody asks, how do I study free in Germany? Now, where does this question of study free in Germany comes in? That's exactly what she's going to address. She's going to go step by step to explain you what is free and what is not free. As you can see it on your screen, my role is only to give you the most basic explanations that why should you choose to study in Germany, what should you study in Germany, and how is it going to help you in the career options. We're quite reputed in India actually as an education consultant, and this is our website. This website has everything online. You can choose a program, you can apply for it, you can pay for it, you can do everything on the online. So basically, if you go through the website, all the things that we discussed now during this webinar, they are all available on the website for you to go through. Also, we will be putting up the recorded version of this entire webinar for all of us to review the whole stuff again. Okay, so here we start. You can see this basically why we should study in Germany. What are the strong points? We all know, we all hear that the economical situation in Europe is not as strong as it was before. But right now, if you go through Google and search for it, which is the strongest economy of Europe, it still continues to be Germany. Why? Because Germany does not depend only in the German. Every company is multinational company over there. As we see across the street, you'll find at least one store which is, a German one, like Mercedes, like, Porsche, like Volkswagen, like, of course, not only in automobile, but also in pharmaceutical, like Pfizer, like you have huge number of German companies across the world, not only in India. So the main strength of studying in Germany comes from you are not preparing for a local career, but you are actually preparing for a global career. Now, it says large employment opportunities. It is not only in the world or in a German company situated outside Germany. We will learn how you are prepared actually to work inside Germany. Basically, Germany has a very steady population which is non-growing for a long time now, and in order for them to grow further, they need people, but not everybody can go in. They are very strict to take you in. So there are certain criteria that you need to fulfill, and in return, the government naturally gives you 18 months of work search visa. Okay, it's not a work permit. You can search your work. If you get the work, your employment, permit can get extended till the employer is ready to give you the employment. As per the European rules, if you work there for 3 more years, you are eligible to get the blue card, just like a green card in US. Okay, so there is a systematic immigration opportunities. Now, how do you start that whole process? Naturally, it is known for engineering and science. Okay, now you can read it here. Tuition free condition. It is a free is the tuition fees. There is no absolutely no fees that needs to be paid when you study in Germany. However, there will be other costs. So let's understand how it works. Okay, there are two ways to study in Germany. One is of course the standard study in English. Okay, but that is to prepare you. They are going to cost you much higher. There are more private universities or colleges which are providing you study in English taught programs. Your placement will be outside Germany naturally, because you are what they want is, what I understand very clearly when I sit across these German people is they want people who are able to be German, not only by language, by culture, by your mind, the way they work, the strategies. If you understand the way they work, they are ready to accept you much more easier. If you're going to learn in English, that's not what the German culture is about. So that's why you have the government universities, okay, which provide you German taught programs, which are absolutely free of tuition fees. It's not that they want the students to flow in as many as you want. No, they want to select the students who are ready to go through the vigorous program of learning German language. And then if you do that, they are more than happy to put you to work over there, because unless and until you learn German language, definitely you are not good enough to work in Germany. You may work in a German company because you have a German background on the education, maybe like English programs, but not necessarily in Germany. I hope you understand. Now here it's a very costly program, and here it's a free of tuition program. So lots and lots of students are going now for the programs which are going to, now we all know where is the problem in India at the moment. It's employment, especially for the engineering students who are not from the IITs or NITs. They are finding it very difficult to get the employment, and this is something which they are inviting you for getting employed, provided there are certain systematic approaches have been adopted by you. There is a huge line of specializations which are available. Okay, you have mechanical engineering, automobile engineering, mechatronics. These are the few of the most famous of them. Automation, process control, production. These are all factory oriented, engineering oriented. And then if you know, research oriented in the science stream at the master's or the PhD level. These are very famous and popular programs that you can do in Germany, excel in your life, probably get your employment over there, and get settled in Germany easily. So this is the basic background that I feel that you should have. You should have, why Germany? Why not other European countries, or why not US? There will be huge difference in the cost of studying in American environment or in an European environment, first of all. And within European Union, if you study at Germany, naturally the free of tuition fees, and that's what makes it much more attractive for most of the Indian students. So now I welcome Miss Katya. She actually have come to help us out. She has certain things to tell us, that there may be many myths in your mind. She just wants to clarify everything that you want to ask for. I must thank her for coming all the way from Germany to address all of you. And I hand over the mic to her so that she can speak with you with please feel free to interact with her as much as you want. Once she has presented herself, please come on chat, use this opportunity, ask as many questions as you want. Okay, so welcome Katya, just come in please.
There we go. So, hello everybody. First of all, I want to thank our trusted partner to be here, to be invited to this wonderful seminar. It's my second time actually. It's a new thing for me to talk towards a computer and not be able to really get direct feedback, but I will try my best as I used to giving presentations in schools and everything. So let me give you again a quick overview about Germany. Germany is one of the largest countries in the European Union. We got over 80 million of population and created, unfortunately, in the last 5 to 10 years, one of the lowest birth rates in the world. So that leads towards a problem that we haven't got enough well-educated, qualified people, especially in the high standard field. We urgently looking for staff. So that's basically the idea of the government, to say, okay, let's open the borders for those ones who are willing to learn the German language first and who are prepared to study in the German language, because only for those it is very interesting for the government, because in this way you will give back. We offer you free education because the government got the philosophy of giving everybody the same chance of education, but in the end of the day, of course, we want something back, and in this case, we want our economy is one of the strongest economies in the world, in Europe, and we can just keep on being world leading in all those fields if we have enough people working in our businesses. So of course, if you are willing to learn the German language first and then willing to study in the German language, most probably you would like to stay in Germany, or even though wherever you will go in the world, because your degree will be recognized all over the world, you will most probably work in a German company. So here on this slide you can see the European language framework, which means it goes from A0, here you can see it on this better, up to the C2 level basically. The A0 means no knowledge of the German language, goes over A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, and C2. So the degree students, those students who go to university and want to sit with the normal Germans in a class, they have to reach the C1 level of the German language. So if you come to Germany to learn the German language, then it will take you up from A0 to C1 level. It will take you 9 months with us in Germany. So I'm working for a language school which collaborated with different universities, and we give you the pathway to German universities. So obviously you have a very much brighter opportunity in future-wise if you learn the German language. And yes, you can learn the German language from India. And we even recommend you to do so, to do at least the A1, if possible the A2 level already in India. But then you should come to Germany and carry on from there, because only if you really live in the environment of Germany, if you you know, connect to the people, if you get German friends, if you watch German TV, listen to German radio, whatever you do, you're going to do it in the German language. Even though if you don't speak, you will hear it the whole day. You will be able to learn the language much easier and much faster compared if you do it from India. So in fact, it takes about 3 times as long if you learn the German language from India than if you compare it to learn it from Germany with us in Germany. So our language school is situated about an hour away from Frankfurt Airport in a city called Koblenz, where you will learn the German language from Monday to Friday in 30 hours per week, which means 6 hours per day in a class with maximum 12 students per class. So that's about the German language, the European language framework. That's here again, as you can see, from A0 till C2. If you go to the German governmental free, tuition-free university, you have to reach the C1 level. Then we go to the next slide, which look at the streams, what's going to happen. So we're going to say you are a Bachelor of Engineering, you have successfully completed your bachelor level. Then while you start the procedure, as I just explained to you, you should at least start to learn the German language up to the A1 level. Better though, if you come further, if you reach the A2 level, it will be good for you. If not, that's not a problem. Whatever you learn from India will get reduced in your time in Germany and also reduced in the price. So from there, you go you will learn the language here with us in Koblenz from A1, say for instance A1, up to the C1 level, and then in the end you will write a C1 test staff examination taken by the government, which is mandatory to be able to go to the German tuition-free university. Then you move over to the university, which means if you have successfully completed a bachelor program, you will give your mark sheet and everything in, and that you just passed the test staff examination. You will give that at the university and they will prove your mark sheet. They will see exactly what subjects you have done and how your marks is. In Germany, there's a rule, whatever you have done in your bachelor's, you have to do in your master's as well. So you cannot change your field completely. If you've done mechanical engineer, for instance, in your bachelor's, you will have to do a mechanical engineer in your master's. So here in India, you have, unfortunately, very theoretical studies. In Germany, we got very practical studies, which means that most probably before you be able to carry on with your master's, you will have to do an internship. So that the university will finally tell you if you have to do a 4 weeks internship or 6 weeks internship. It goes out of experience up to 12 weeks internship. And some students which are not very good in their bachelor's, which have failed some subjects or just in general were not so good, they might have to do 1 or 2 semesters of their bachelor's again. Don't take this as a negative point because, first of all, you don't have to pay for it, and secondly, you will get the general knowledge about it, and before you go to the master program, you back into the whole system of the German university. So what's going to happen? As I say, I work for the language school, and we collaborated with one of the top universities in Germany. As I say, the universities are tuition free. So in fact, they actually do not really want to get too much promoted in other countries because they're not interested in getting a lot of mails from interested students. So here we have 2 of our main universities, or one of the top ones, which don't mind us promoting them. But again, they're not going to answer any of your questions. If you have any questions towards, for instance, Ernst Abbe Fachhochschule in Jena or our other one, Westsächsische Hochschule in Zwickau, you can contact direct our trusted partner Moksh for any question, and he will know the answer or he will be able to forward any answer to us. Again, our government got the philosophy of giving everybody the same chance of education, therefore tuition is free. In fact, we got 10% seats available only for students from abroad, which means for these 10% you don't even have to compete to any students from Germany. So that is very important. So what happens afterwards? If you decided, or once you finished your master program, you will get a 1.5 year work search visa. That means you have 18 months time to find yourself a job. So now you can see a little bit older slide from 2006, 2009, 2013, and you can see how it raised up. That green path is in fact the time it takes a student to find a job. Here in 2013, which is the last one, 80% of the students find a job in the first half a year. You can see that here, first 6 months, that is 80%. The blue up to 1 year, so that means up to 95% found a job in the first year. And this one shows you since 2013, actually everybody who wants to find a job, they did find a job in the first 1.5 year. Of course, I have to say towards this that you will find other things that people say different, but it is up to you. Nobody will come to you and ask you, you want to work for me? No, of course, in the end of the day, you have to go out there and you have to apply for the job, and you shouldn't be picky in the beginning. I mean, with picky, I mean especially most of our students, they don't find a job because they only want to live in the capital city of Berlin, or they only want to live in Munich and want to work there. Well, of course, then it's going to make it more difficult. If you make yourself open to the whole of Germany and you're prepared to move anywhere inside the country of Germany, then you will most probably find a job, as you can see, in the first half a year after graduation. So another statistic which you can see here in the circle shows you the average salary in the circle. As you can see here, the red and the yellow part is the average salary of between most of the Germans. They will earn between 35 and 55,000 euros per year. So of course we have some which little ones which earn less, and others which are very specific engineers, they be able to earn much more. So that's just to give you a general idea what's happening after the studies. So of course, why should Germany invite you and give you free education? For sure not to chase you afterwards. In fact, we are urgently looking for people, we're urgently looking for staff, and that you can see very clearly why Germany is one of the only countries which were we able to invite all these refugees is only because we have the capacity for that. So that is one of the things I want to make very clear here, that you are welcome to stay in Germany afterwards if you did your studies right, and if you want to work, you will find a job. It's up to you. So let's go towards, because I want to make sure that I give you the full information and all information in this webinar. So go over to what's gonna, does that all of everything all together cost. In the end of the day, as the colleague just said, nothing is for free. If you learn the German language, you can, as I said, learn it from India. It is possible. But even there, from India here, you will have to face some charges, because a German language school will always be a private institute, and private institutions doesn't get any support by the government, even not here in India, neither than us in Germany. So therefore you have to face some charges. You must realize it's a once-off investment, because you will pay this money for the first 6 to 9 months for your language course, and then you move on to university and it's tuition free. So here you see, if we say, for instance, that you manage to do the A2 level already from a private institute in India, which most of our students do before they come to Germany, then you have the A2 from the A2 level to up to the C1 level. It's a package price of 6,800 euro. So that will take you 30 weeks, and it is a package price. As I just said, it includes your tuition fee of the whole duration of the German intensive course, which means also the teaching material, all books and everything which is required. The assessment test, as well as the airport pickup, which is very important. The airport pickup, from your day of arrival, we will pick you up from the airport. We will show you your place to stay. We will show you the way to walk to the school and everything. As well, it includes your health liability accident insurance, and of course the final C1 test staff examination is also including. If for whatever reason, the university placement is very important. We first, before we do anything else, will give you the safe, guaranteed seat at our university. This seat will be a conditional admission letter, and the condition will be to first pass the German language. And if for whatever reason you are not able to pass the required test of C1 examination in this 30 weeks, we can give you a free repetition of the modules if you come to school regularly. If you're getting sick and you have something from the doctor, you can repeat these modules for free. So this is a package price of 6,800 euro. If you manage to go any further than A2 level already, we will reduce that price. Again, also what we do offer, yes, so the tuition fees here is, what is this, 5 lakhs? Or, 5 lakhs rupees will be 6,800 euros. So that gives you, shows you in your currency, and that will be in the euro currency. So for the 30 weeks, it will be 5 lakh rupees. The apartment, this is all measured here on 1 year. That will be 4 lakhs around. That means we do offer accommodation, ISL residential, single or double room is available. That means shared kitchen, shared bathrooms. Of course, you have to support yourself with food. So we provide the kitchen with all facilities. You'd only have to buy the groceries and cook yourself. From the day of university, you are allowed to work in a part-time job, 20 hours per week. So then, from then on, you can basically support yourself. This is now a lot of information in a very short time. Before we start the questioning set, I will hand back to our trusted partner, and he will carry on, and I will get back to you a little later. Okay, thanks for listening so far, and I will get back to you later. Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot, Katya, for enlightening so many students on the webinar today. Okay, now let me just explain you how you could move forward in case you like this whole thing at the end of the journey, after understanding it further, after talking to Moksh, going through the website, you feel that no, I want to go to Germany now, I want to start the process of applications. The process is very simple. You just need to visit this website, moksh16.com. There are 4 steps. Just fill the personal details, academic details, submit your scanned documents like 12 certificates and your engineering mark sheets and your passport copy, and it will keep on asking you to just submit it. And there is an online system of payment for the application fees, and that's it. Your system is on. Your application will be directly forwarded, and it will go right up to the university as chosen by you for the program that you have chosen. So it's absolutely systematic. Everything is very easy, as you can see. Just go to Moksh 16. Here you can find country-wise selection. Over there you can choose Germany. It will go to this page, study in Germany -2. You'll see an apply now button here. Click it and you're on. That's the first step. You can take it. It's a direct admission system. There is nothing which can stop you, because Germany is a very different country compared to most of the other European countries. Okay, so it has developed its own system of applications, of documentations, of assessment, of admissions. You won't find something like a conditional admission letter from any other country which is valid for 2 years, because they know you cannot learn there for free after learning on 1 year in the German language, and then you have to proceed. So there are a lot of such things which are very, very innovative that they have developed. So this particular system takes care of the entire application system. So here is the entire process. You should at least be minimum, on the minimum side, 6 months before you actually want to depart. It can be 9, it can be 12, but nothing less than 6. So suppose if you are doing your engineering, you are in your last semester, if you wish to go, let's say, to Germany in the month of September, October, you are already late for that. So you need to be applying. If you apply now, you will be able to join somewhere around December, January in the language program to start. So application documentations, while your entire process is going on, you start learning A1 level German language in India, get the Goethe test certificate, and you can continue to learn A2, because that would save some money if you go to Germany. You don't need to pay for A2 if you have learned it over here. So application through Moksh, German language admission letter is something which you will get. University conditional letter you will get. You can apply for education loan in India. There is a special program which we have developed along with Credila. Everybody knows Credila, correct? But there is a special available German education loan program. So you can avail even the expenses what you saw earlier, like kind of 5 lakhs for the language program or the apartment cost. They all can be funded. You don't need even that money. Okay. There is a special system of opening a blocked account in a German bank, in which you saw that 4 lakh and 2 lakh, the hostel and the living cost over here. This 6 lakh rupees you have to, prior to your departure or even visa applications, you need to, you know, deposit that amount in the bank in your own account, and that amount will be blocked till you get the visa. Once you get the visa, you are ready to fly out. So that's how hundreds and hundreds of students every year are selecting MS and engineering in Germany. So these are the different services that you can expect from Moksh. We will guide you through the whole application system, the language learning placements, the free of cost German university admission system, complete travel package. Will be responsible for air tickets, for visa applications, not for visa issuance. Okay, visa issuance is the sole authority of the consulate. So we will be responsible to ensure that all your documents are as per their requirement for you to be ready to fly out. Then the accommodation, pick up at the Frankfurt airport, then initial settling down, then forex requirement and travel insurance. So end to end, you don't have to worry. You just ensure that you're connected with us in case you want to get into the Germany. So here we are. Now we have all the time to actually start off with a question answer. You have any questions, you can just fill it over here, and Miss Katya can reply you back over the same mic. Please feel free to ask any questions that you feel like. Initially, many times on the webinar, I have seen that people feel a bit shy to ask questions, and then after the webinar is over, they call us back to ask many, but by that time, the special guest has gone back. I want you to make use of this time and ensure that you get the information right from the horse's mouth, not through me. So that's going to help you out fully. Okay. So I'll give my the mic to Ms. Katya, and she can take it over. We have around 15 minutes left or 20 minutes left. If you have any questions, please go ahead and ask her. Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot for attending this. 1 minute. No, they ask questions here.
Okay, so I'm back now and I'm waiting for questions from you. So let's see who's the first one. Please go ahead and ask me something. So
There is somebody who has asked us something. No.
somebody who has asked something. Where can I read that? What are the career opportunities in Germany after
PGDM.
uh,
PGDM is postgraduate management courses. Are there any management courses? Management course.
Just hold on a second. Okay. I'm just gonna go through the questions here. Okay, we
start with one.
Okay, we start with the question, what are the career opportunities in Germany
For management program.
for a management program? So, of course, as I said, Germany is a world leading in engineering, so everything which leads towards engineering is, at the moment, the demand is extreme high. But whatever you do with management, you must understand management goes in every company. So each company, even though I say now engineering we have a big demand, but each company needs the business behind that. So of course, if you have a master's or even higher than that in business, you are more than welcome to apply for the jobs, and your chances is as high as if you finished engineer program.
The name of the question, the person who asked it, and this is the question.
How much
minimum points
is required to get into a good German university? Okay, that's another question from
Rutuja.
Rutuja. Hello Rutuja, thanks for your question. So minimum requirement for German university, in fact, for students who finished 12 years of education is 50% marks. Not all diplomas are recognized by Germany, so I have to see where you have, what school have you finished, or what diploma you have. And if you studied in a university already for your bachelor's, then you are immediately eligible for German university, but I cannot tell you for how much will be recognized from that. That depends then on your mark sheet and on the subject you have taken in your university time, but you will be eligible from then on. So the next question asked from Akshay is, how is the job opportunity after master's in
embedded systems? That's a hardware.
In embedded systems, which is hardware.
Not mechanical, it's computer related.
It's more computer related, which of course again is a field which is very growing, also in Germany. Computer in this time is getting very interesting. Everything is getting, all the hardware of this getting smaller and better demand or better capacity and all that. So I'm not too much involved with the knowledge about the course itself, the computer itself, but I do know that if you go on the job market, even in the internet of German job markets, you will find open job opportunities for that as well. As I said, in general, Germany has the problem that we haven't got enough well-educated, qualified people, and that there the demand is in nearly every field apart from medical. Okay, the next question comes from Ankit, and she says, I'm currently pursuing bachelor's in business studies from University of Delhi. Is there any scope for masters in business analytics in Germany? Yes, we do have that. So definitely once you finished your your bachelor's from Delhi, you can send your school's your mark sheet and that, and I will be able to guarantee you a seat at one of our partner universities. But again, that will be a conditional admission, and the condition will be that you first have to pass the German language. Thanks for your question.
I'll ask this question. I'll answer this.
Okay, then I will give quickly over to my partner. He also wants to answer some of the questions. Thank you.
Yeah, this is, I specially took it for Anugrah Patel. This is for what about doing MBA from private institute. Yeah, doing MBA from a private institute, basically you can go through the same website. There you can click on MBA programs in Germany. Okay. You can do that from a private institutes, but understand the difference between a government and a private institutes. The private institutes generally will have the programs in English. Okay. But German language will be taught almost free of cost. It's exactly the other way of a government university. In government university, the course is for free, while you have to pay for the language program before you join in. In a private university, you will pay for the course, but the language would be free almost. Okay. Now, when you do a course like MBA in Germany, which is almost actually at the cost of Indian MBA, you won't believe this. In one of the topmost universities, IUBH, probably that's the name of the university in Berlin. You will find it on our website. Okay. You'll see that almost at the cost of good Indian MBA school, the cost of the MBA from Germany is same, and the German language you can learn almost for free, like kind of 200 euros or something, because that's their interest is to make you MBA, not to teach you language. Okay. The only difference is if you learn in English, most probably you are not preparing for Germany. You may prepare for a German company, but they may not want you to be working in Germany. You have 18 months work search visa again after this MBA, but again to find a job within Germany is going to be difficult. But you can approach the German company and ask them to place you anywhere in English speaking countries. They will be more than happy to do that. I hope, Anugrah, you got your answer very clearly. But in any case, if any one of you could not understand, then definitely they can write it back on marketing@moksh16.com with your queries, and definitely we will, we will revert back to you. Okay, Anugrah, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions from you again, but I think I'll give justice to others as well. uh, Arafat, what is the tuition fee for English language courses? English language, you don't get English language courses in Germany. You go there to learn German language, right? What if I learn my German language if I am in third year of BE, so that I'll forget it till complete? No, you cannot forget a language, because Arafat, you start learning German language now in your third year. As I told you, if you want to get into Germany, you need minimum 6 months to maximum 12 months. So actually, this is the right time for you to smoothly transfer to Germany if you are in the third year. Okay. If you are in second year and transferring to third year, it's a bit quite early. But if you are already in your third year, probably it's the right time for you to start applications. Okay. If you are in a fourth year, the people who are in fourth year and trying to do MS in Germany, they will have to wait for another 6 to 9 months till they get the visas, all the admission process completed. So it's better to start it in the sixth or seventh semester. Seventh is almost the edge. You should not delay it further than that. In fact, the start of the seventh is just going to, you'll be just making it by September. So you'll finish your course in July, but you will still have to wait in India for 2 more months. You understand now? So what are the job opportunities in mechanical? I think that was answered, Rafat, quite well by Ms. Katya. Uh, okay, people should be punctual and must have joined. Yeah, Arjun, you're right. I agree with you, but it's a common experience that in every webinar that we have hold, it's always instead of 3:30, it's always 3:40. Okay, I have 4 years of experience, Arjun, as a SAP business consultant. That's fantastic. As you know, SAP is a German company. I'm working on a ERP, international business program. How much wages can I expect? I would like to work with a automobile sector. Okay, I better give this to Piscatia, and probably she can help. Okay, the salary scale of a, of a highly skilled.
That was all in the beginning. I answered all that in the webinar.
Okay,
You
okay.
come all to the beginning of the questions now.
No, it's all mixed.
Ah, okay.
Okay, I will tell you, as that chart showed you, Arjun, it is pretty clear that the normal scale is maximum is 55,000 for an average, but you are above average because you have 4 years of existing experience. Okay, you are in the topmost sector, which is automobile. So Germany is a natural selection for anybody because you are working in a German company focusing on automobile sector, and you have four years of experience. You can expect on an average, when you get a job with your credential, provided you know the German language, approximately 75,000 euros should be an average salary that you could think of. I hope that answers your question, Arjun. Of course, you can write us back on marketing at moksh16.com. To we have many more questions, and we have last 5 minutes actually to answer them. I'll take few of them. How many intakes are there in Germany? Okay, Miss, it's a very different system. Atif Aziz, it's a very different system. You must understand that it's not about intake alone. It's about language program. So generally, you have 2 intakes, but then some universities will give you intake in May. Some universities may have only 1 intake. Some universities will have a intake in March. So ultimately you are going on a visa based on the university conditional offer letter, which is already there with you before you depart. So ultimately you have to check particular university to where you are going. That university will have 1 or 2 intakes. Depending on that, you have to plan your German language program. I hope you understand now. So suppose if she's told you that in order to reach up to C1, you'll need 9 months, at least 9 months. Okay, if everything goes well, then you have to plan your intake accordingly. So we will guide you up on that basis, that what's the right time for you to depart from here. So what is the right time for you to join in the course there and come out of it and join the actual intake of the university. I hope, Atik, you're clear with this. Okay, we have Fawaz Ali Khan. I have low percentage in BTech, so that we could be possible option of which I can pretty safely get into the university. Will publishing research papers be sufficient? Okay, that's a good question. And I think Fawaz, I give this question to Ms. Katya. She'll be able to answer you then. 1 minute, please.
Thank you. Okay, the answer to that is I will guarantee you a seat in one of the top universities in Germany. The condition, as you know already, is now the German language, but then once you finish the German language, you will give your mark sheet into that university where you have your safe guaranteed seat, and they will check exactly what have you done, like what subjects and what is the marks of the subjects, where did you fail and where were you good. And accordingly to your mark sheet, they will tell you in the end of the day, you will have to redo 1 semester, redo this and this and this subject before you can move on with your master. So Germany wants to make sure, because you don't have to pay for that. So this is actually a good thing for you, because Germany wants to make sure once you do sit in a master course that you do understand everything the same way like the Germans do. So because from the day you sit in the master course, from the first day you write an exam or you do whatever you do, it will count towards your end result. So it's more important that from the day 1 of your master you do very good. So that is basically the answer to your question. Is for sure I will get you a seat. The question is how much gets accredited from your bachelor towards your master then. Okay, we don't have much time left. We go through the,
This one.
we go through it and want to know the scope of masters in finance in Germany. What do you mean with, okay, sorry, I don't get this question. I go back.
Okay. If it is about masters in finance or MBA in finance, there is definitely a good scope. You can go through the website moksh16.com. You'll find specific programs available in Germany. But remember, they are all in English. While you're studying MBA in English, again I repeat myself, the language program will decide when you take in. So not only do you learn about MBA, you will be burdened with combined language learning in the same campus. So once you learn language, if you know, 1 year is good enough, 1.5 year is good enough. So when you're doing MBA in Germany, it is generally a 4 semester with 3 semester of classroom and 1 semester of internship. That's almost mandatory because that's why they are called dual education system. Practical experience is mandatory while you are learning. Okay, so MBA, when you do, you got to do it in English, not in German language, but you learn German language and it doesn't cost you more than Indian MBA. Okay, so that I hope is clear. The rest of the information is available on Moksh Education, moksh16.com. At length, we have given a separate section of MBA and a separate web page on Germany. So you can go through that and then select the program and the university and you can finalize it. Scope of, I think Gaurav, I answered your question on that and I'm sure you should be clear about it. Okay, is there any marks criteria? Jasmine Padea, okay, in electrical engineering. Miss Katya can answer that better than me. Okay, Jasmine.
For what?
Engineering. In engineering.
Okay, this she got a bachelor already or what?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so Jasmine, for your question, if you have done your bachelor's, then there's no extra criteria. We need to see that you successfully finished your bachelor from the university here in India, and with that letter, I can guarantee you admission to one of our partner universities.
Is my internship she has not done, so is that all right with you? We do not have internship in the last semester.
Okay, then you have from Jasmine, I am an electrical engineering department and we do not have internship in the last semesters. So do I have to find an internship on my own after bachelor's? In fact, that's a very clever question. You're right. German universities are very practical universities with a lot of internship during your studies, which means if you have a slack on that, the university will tell you before you can join the master program, you have to do some internship in Germany. And yes, you will have to find it by yourself, but this is not any difficult because in Germany, as I said, the demand is there, and internship means that you have some knowledge of the whatever it is already, and that you will work for either very, very little money or for free. So every German companies are very happy to take you in for an internship and to work with you. And that's also a good connection, a good way to make connection to those companies, so where you later on can apply because those companies know you already, they work with you already, and for those companies you can, after you finished your master program, already apply for a job, for instance.
But the language is mandatory.
Yeah, of course, the language is mandatory. That's for every program which go over us. For all the German governmental universities which are tuition free, they of course require always the C1 level for the master students. So that takes, if you have no knowledge of the German language, about 9 months time. You can do some of that here in Germany and then here in India, and then you come for the rest to Germany. Then there is a question from Karan. Could you name your partner universities again where you give a conditional admission letter? Yes, I do. That is, we have a couple of them. I can only mention two. One is University of Applied Science Jena, and the other one is University of Applied Science Zwickau. But we do work with other universities as well. It's just because they don't gain anything from you. You don't pay any single cent to them, so they're not really interested of getting a lot of letters from students asking a lot of questions. So if you have particular questions, specific questions, you can write them to Moksh. Otherwise, if you want in a very specific university, we can see if we get you in there, but this is one of our partner universities. That is Universities of Applied Science Jena and Westsächsische Fachhochschule Zwickau. Okay, then there's another question from Niranjan. Is there have any
IT, information technology, and computer science engineering?
Okay, I'll give that question further to my colleague, and I don't know. Okay, I'll give that over.
Yeah, I'll just tell you that computer science engineering, as you have said that most of the students are preferring to go to USA. Now see, going to USA is quite expensive. It's not a question of most of the students, because doing MS in USA is going to cost you way about 25 lakhs in the lowermost university. Okay, if you go to Germany, now if you can study in a kind of University of Vienna, which is more than 200 years old, 250 years old university actually. It has an experience of 250 years to teach students. If you go through several textbooks, we have certain scientists who are all alumni of University of Vienna. We are talking about that quality. And if you go to that kind of a quality in US to do computer science, it would cost you at least 40 lakh rupees. What we are talking is, money is not everything if you want to get the best of the education. Employment in India is a problem. Here is an opportunity wherein even the most basic money to learn the language is also funded by, under education loan back by Credila. So if you go there, just ensure that you are learning the language, just complete your master's free of cost, get yourself employed in the relevant arena, because you do have similar computer science. Germany is a very well advanced country right now, so nothing can work without computer science now. Okay, so it's a question of you deciding whether I want to learn a new language, go for a very different country, or I become another one Indian going to USA. It's definitely your choice, which is based on highly on the budget which you have. Naturally, not learning a language is also a big advantage. That's why people go to USA. If you have money to spend, like 25-30 lakh rupees to spend, is something which you need to take your own decision. Okay, so Niranjan, I hope you understand there is a difference between US and uh, Germany. Okay, Rajiv, this is one more question. We already covered this question. What are the process to get blue card? Okay, once you get there, blue card is something which you still have, after you apply, you're still at least 3.5 years away from that. So understanding the process is not that important, but of course, you get eligible only after you work for minimum of 3 years in EU. So if you work in Germany for 3 years, you happen to get the employment letter which is continuous for 3 years, you automatically become eligible for application for blue card. Okay, what are the exams we have to crack to do MS in Germany? There is absolutely no exam to start with. You first got to do it the language program. If you want to learn in German language, if you want to learn it in English, there will definitely be an entrance exam. Of course, a lot of other, some of the German universities have started accepting GATE exam scores. Every university, we keep on getting, my GATE score is this, can I be eligible for this or not? People do not understand that not every German university accept GATE exam, GATE scores. GATE scores are accepted in Germany by very few universities. Please do not mix Indian and the German. It's absolutely different education system. They are highly practical, while in India we have more of theories. So internship will be much more important if you did it in India in the same field as your own bachelor's, and if you are applying in the same similar field for the master's to enhance or upgrade, that is much more important than a GATE score in Germany. Okay, so that's how you take it. Of course, we can continue to answer your questions, because Arjun, I can see everyone keep on asking questions, What I suggest is, we are already running out of time. I'm just searching for people whom we have absolutely not. Okay, here I see Mr. Sarvesh Rajan. I want to apply to renewable energy. Oh wow, that's the course which you need to do in Germany actually. Automobile, mechanical, renewable energy, pharmacy. These are the 4 segments which are the best in Germany. Okay, so Sarvesh, I must understand that you must have done some research and then you are asking me this question. Okay, and have applied to renewable energy courses in University of Freiburg, Hamburg, as well as Offenburg. Okay, right now I'm a little skeptical about the scope of job opportunities. Can you please clarify my queries? Okay, I'll just give it to Ms. Katya, who can give you some information on that. Sarvesh.
Hi. So renewable energy, as you might know, we are world leading in this as well. I'm pretty sure, or I think that you have applied, but most probably didn't get any answer back from the universities, and that's why you're going to join here with us. I do be able to put you in a course of renewable energy of one of our partner universities, and then you can study that. As long as your studies is good, the chances is very good because the demand is there. See, I don't know what's going to happen in 2-3 years time, like when you finally finish your studies, but that is all over the world. You never know what's going to happen in 2-3 years time. At the moment, if you go on the job market, for the opportunities in Germany for that is high. As I said, you shouldn't look like only for the capital cities or the big cities. You should be prepared to go anywhere in Germany, and then I can tell you that it is very easy possible to find a job in half a year time. You have to get behind there. You have to look for it. You have to apply for it yourself, but it is out there. The jobs is there, and then you basically can choose where exactly to go. So that's my answer towards this question. Do we have any other questions
Yeah, we have
which we didn't answer yet?
Saurabh, also masters in aerospace, mechanical, masters in aerospace.
And aerospace, we have something similar. It is mechanical. Is it
No,
called
aerospace for the rocket science.
for only to become a pilot in Germany? That's
No,
not
not
a university.
Pilot, not pilot.
Yeah, but we
The
have
engineering,
yeah,
aerospace engineering.
we do have one program like that. So I will look into that, and I will get back to you towards these questions towards aerospace engineering.
Sayani.
What is the question from Sayani?
Environmental, yeah.
Environmental engineering. Yes, we can offer you that. That means I can be able, if you have fulfilled a bachelor from your home country here, then I can offer you with your scores very easily master program. Yes. Still, again, you will have to do an internship before you get over to the master program, but yes, it is possible. Okay, I will say bye-bye for now. If you have any further questions, you can still ask them, and we will get back to you by tomorrow, I guess. Thanks for listening. Thanks for joining, and I hope I see some of you people latest in Germany again. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, this is Dhananjay again here. You can see the numbers. You can call up for more counseling, for admissions, for guidance, for selection of the university, or for rules, regulations, or you can simply jot down on the email ID. Okay, you can get back to us on that email ID, and will be maximum we take 24 hours to reply back in general. Okay, so or another one is, to understand further, you can go through this website. Okay, I must thank all of you to join us, and Credila to host this fantastic webinar with so many people around us. Okay, so let's hope that we see you back sometime and get more of information flow between us. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.